what would be? That's a hard question because I think any actor's dream is to not be pigeonholed into any one type of character. So that would kind of be like, that's like asking, what kind of hell would you like?
Oh!
I think every actor likes to be, have a lot of different varieties and like be challenged in a lot of different ways. But if I had to choose, probably playing tortured boys would be my favorite. That characters like Ciel or Miharu in that one show that he was in that I just blinked on. But yeah, I like characters like that. Any character that goes through a lot of emotional intensity, where it kind of goes back and forth, like Ciel, where it's like sometimes, well, he's never funny, but there are funny things happening around him, and it's a very layered character. So I would like to always play very layered characters, if I had to choose.
Okay, so 2 questions for you.
Unacceptable.
One is, how do you balance doing like your voice work, your dubbing, whatever, and the independence of like the web series you mentioned? And also, who are some of your favorite ADR directors to work with?
Let me start with the favorite ADR directors, because I'll remember, the first one I'll remember better. Favorite ADR directors, that's hard. That's really hard. It's really hard. I really like working with Joel McDonald a lot. He's a little bit newer at Funimation. He's really fun. Colleen, I really love Colleen and Mike McFarland. I kind of owe my career to, because they're the ones that cast me in Full Metal Alchemist, which was as Anita Tucker, which was my first featured character ever. And then Colleen was the one who made me director at Funimation when I directed there for a while. So like, I owe a lot to them. And so they've always been so supportive of me and of my career that I have to say them for sure. And also they're just fantastic directors. I think they're brilliant when I was working with them. So I'll say them. And then the other question, as far as balancing doing the dubbing and also other projects, one thing that I think a lot of people, especially for those of you who are interested in getting into the entertainment industry, especially if you want to be an actor, you have to be very versatile. When you're a voice actor, you're not working all the time. I mean, you'll go through a few weeks or maybe even months where you're not really doing anything. So you have to have a backup. So for me, I do a lot of on-camera work, which involves doing independent film, or also I'll do like really boring industrial stuff, like whenever you go into, some kind of McDonald's, yes, thank you. Or something, and you're like learning how to work, and they have those really boring videos that you have to watch. Like I'll do stuff like that, or I'll do commercials, that kind of stuff, because you have to be able to make a living, and I'd rather, be as versatile as possible so that I don't have to get a job at McDonald's. I can just tell people how to work at McDonald's to pay my bills. So it's not even a matter of balancing it. I mean, with the Troubadours, with my web series, that was just something, it's just a project that I came up with that my partner actually came up with the concept. Haley Esposito is my partner. None of you know who she is. She's not an actor. She's just a producer. But, so it was just it's a passion project, and it's something that will hopefully get us more work in the future to do other things that will actually pay us money, because we are not getting paid for the Troubadours. And honestly, I just do it in my downtime whenever I'm not voice acting. So it is really important when you're in the entertainment industry to know as many facets of it, to know, like, have a general knowledge of editing, have a general knowledge of as much of it as possible, so that anytime that you are not voice acting or not, acting on camera, you can always supplement your income doing something else in the entertainment industry. I hope that answered your question. Yes.
I was actually wondering, because I asked this in the last panel, but she told me to ask you instead, what kind of goes into translating a song or opening for animes and other such things, or just doing them in general?
As far as adapting song lyrics, you get the translation, and you get the song, you get to hear it in Japanese and everything, so you find the rhythm. The biggest goal for you is to maintain the exact rhythm, and you have to maintain the same melody line, which usually involves adding or subtracting several syllables than what are in the translation. So you have to be very poetic, because I'm really hardcore about not changing the tone of it. Like if it's a love song, I want it to be a love song. And any kind of metaphors that they use, I try to keep those same metaphors, and I try to keep the same poetic intent always to any lyrics that I adapt. So you have to have a very good vocabulary to try and think of, synonyms to words that could add or take away syllables. It's very much like a puzzle game, just trying to figure out a way to make this idea fit into this puzzle. So I mean, you have to kind of have a good sense of poetry and a good sense of rhythm, and you have to know the melody, because I know a lot of people that have tried to adapt lyrics, they'll kind of listen to the rhythm a little bit and they never learn the melody, and then they realize, because another thing you have to take into account is, can the singer sing this vowel on a super high note? You have to make it a little bit easier on the singer, so you don't want them having to sing like really, really high up. You want to kind of keep that on an open vowel. So there are a lot of factors to take into consideration, but the most important parts being keeping the rhythm and the melody as identical as you can, while still maintaining the same poetic feel that the original writer was going for.
So the syllables don't matter?
Oh no, the syllables do matter. That's part of the rhythm.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to, the rhythm, if you have a rhythm that is 13 syllables in a specific order, like, you have to try to keep those same syllables and in the exact same rhythm as you can, and not make it sound awkward.
Okay.
It's really fun. I mean, it doesn't sound fun at all, I think, the way that I'm describing it, but I think it's really fun. It's very much like a puzzle.
I agree with you with it being fun, because I've translated a few on my own. But
yeah, that's great. That's great.
And also, another question has to do with fairy tale, actually. With dubbing Juvia, when you're doing it, do you ever have times where you just can't stand her antics, or you're just laughing too much at what she's done? Because I know she can be a pretty funny character if she's doing something stupid and crazy around.
She is a really funny character. I mean, I've always liked her, actually. I like how she can be very serious, but then she's also really hyper and really in love at the same time. So I like that there's that range with her. Once again, a character with many layers. So yeah, she's never annoyed me or anything. I've always thought she was really fun, and I also like her character design, both of them. I think she's really
well,
cute.
She's got more than two now.
I've only voiced on two though, so I've only seen the two. But yeah, the two that I've seen, she looks adorable.
And also, I was wondering if you hate potatoes.
If I hate potatoes?
Yes.
Oh, stupid potato! I actually love potatoes. Oh. And I think Holo loves potatoes too. She just got mad at that one because it was too hot.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks again for my adorable plushie thingy that you made me.
You're welcome. I have two questions. One, can you do a Chipitalia voice for me, please?
Sure. Here's my favorite line of Chipitalia.
By any chance, do you send the pasta here?
And my second one, do you actually sing any of the One Piece songs, like the ending songs?
I do. I sing one of the opening. I sing two songs. I sing the Bon Voyage. I sing that one, and then I also sing the Memories one. As a kid, I never stopped searching for a great treasure. I had a map in my mind that I knew would lead me. I do that one too.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm ridiculously nervous. This isn't a question, but I actually made a present for you.
Aww.
So I like presents. Who else has a present?
Did you make this?
Yes, I did.
That's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this and love it. Clap for it. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. What's your name?
Christine.
Christine. Way to go, Christine.
Get her decided.
You rock. I have a pen. Would you like black or metallic purple?
Purple.
Oh, Mr. Design. No, I want to watch you sign it.
Oh.
Make it out to Brina.
Yay, Christine! That's awesome. I like artistic people. Hello.
Hi. I have two questions for you. One, what was your favorite scene in Spice and Wolf?
My favorite scene in Spice and Wolf. Let me think about that one. What was the second one?
The second one, because I watched, or I listened to, I guess, that anime show. And I was wondering how you guys came up with, like, the concept or design to do it, like, design to start the anime show.
Oh, that's actually, I mean, I've been on it, but it's not my show. That's Terry and Tatum.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly Terry, because Tatum is just kind of like one of those people that like is super talented, and people are like, you should do this, and he's like, whatever. And unless you like, make him do something, then he just won't. So I'm pretty sure Terry facilitated all of that, because they do it at her house too, like, because her husband Stephen Hoff is an awesome engineer as well, and he does all the engineering work. So that was all them, so you'd have to ask them. I don't really know how they came up with the concept. My favorite scene in Spice and Wolf, that's really hard. Gosh, that's hard. There's a lot of really good ones. Oh, I don't know. Son of a mother. I'm surprised no one's actually asked me that question before. I've never had to think about this. Gosh. I don't know. There's one in particular, it's very simple, but I really like the one where they're in front of the church in the first season, and she's just kind of like, I don't know, that's probably going to end up sounding really offensive. I'm not a religious person, really. I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not religious, and so it's just her essentially talking about how, like, oh, religion, huh, that's interesting. I'm surprised that's lasted. Like,
Oh.
So this is very offensive, so I should probably just stop talking about it. But I really like it. So, I respect religion.
Yay!
Hello.
So, what did you find to be your hardest role to work on, and do you have a process in getting the character?
The hardest role for me to work on was probably Priscilla and Claymore, because it was so painful on my voice. I actually like characters that are emotionally painful. I find that fun for whatever reason, because it's a challenge as an actor, so I like that kind of stuff. But I don't enjoy physical pain. So it was really difficult for me, but it was kind of worth it because I really like that character, although I'm really happy that she was not in it that much, because that voice hurt a lot. And what was your second question?
You have a process to get into character?
As far as the process to get into character, it depends on the character. For some characters, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Michael Chekhov method, but it's a very like physical kind of abstract acting method, and it's all about finding, like, not all about, but like one of the things is finding the center of your character. And the center doesn't necessarily have to be the center of your body. It can be like anywhere you want in your body, but it's where all their energy is sort of focused. And there are some characters that I did that with, and you kind of decide what the shape of their center is, and the texture of their center, what their center is made of, what color it is, and all that kind of thing, all those kind of things. And I did that, I've done that for a few characters, and I always just remember that, and then it helps me stay in character. And then also, especially if it's a very kind of silly voice, like a goofy voice, like Chopper, ta-da-da, getting a voice reference is helpful, like just remembering, getting some kind of reference from the previous episode, like hearing a few lines that you did the last time you were in, just to sort of remember where it lies in the voice. But yeah, those are probably the best ways for me to help to get into character. A lot of twos. I hope that answered your question.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hi, I just wanted to give you a picture of Angel Frames.
Okay, I like presents. You did this one too? Oh, you're awesome. Can you sign it? You can sign it back. Oh, you already signed it. Can you sign it in front of me? Let's see. Is your name Michelle? My middle name is Michelle. And I spell it the exact same way. Yup. Okay, everybody look at it and clap.
Woo!
I actually have autographs tomorrow. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Huh? What?
Nothing, we're good.
Oh. Hello.
2 questions.
Hello, Miharu.
Hello.
Also, that is my favorite Miharu cosplay I've ever seen because you have the wings. I haven't seen anyone with wings. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, my questions are, how was it voicing Miharu? And without giving as many, without giving any spoilers, what was your feelings at the end of the series?
Miharu was really fun. He was really, really fun. I especially adored the relationship between him and Yoite. I thought it was so sweet and just so genuine and adorable. I think, honestly, that the relationship between Miharu and Yoite is the sweetest, cutest relationship I think I have ever portrayed in an anime ever. I think it's so sweet. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really sweet. As far as the ending goes, it was very bittersweet. I thought it was certainly sad, but I liked it, and I did like that there was a bit of finality to it, because one thing that drives me crazy about some shows is that you could tell they didn't know if they were gonna get another season or not, so they'll just kind of like leave a lot of cliffhangers, and then you never get to see it be resolved. So I felt like with that show with Nabari no is what we're talking about. But with that, I felt like it was a really good ending. I really did like the ending. As sad as it was, I really did like it.
I actually cried. Not afraid to admit
Yeah.
it. I cried.
If you don't, then you have no soul. Essentially.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.